Do you think junior developers have an easy life at their jobs? Let's talk about the 5 things that most junior developers hate. So this is one of the biggest problems junior developers face, and this creates a lot of different problems for them as well, like stress and anxiety. When a new project is starting out, they have no idea what they are doing, so they need a lot of guidance from managers and senior developers as well. And this is where usually the imposter syndrome kicks in, because junior developers, they start to question themselves. Do I have enough experience? Do I have enough skills to be doing this? So this is really one of the biggest problems that junior developers face. But let me tell you, this is completely normal, and with time and experience you will overcome this. So this is quite common, especially in the first few weeks or even in the first few months. Junior developers, they really hate to ask questions to their senior developers or managers, mainly because they are afraid of looking bad without having enough knowledge or experience. Junior developers ask themselves all the time, am I good enough to this job? Do I have enough experience to be in here? Maybe they will realize that I don't know nothing and they will fire me next week or in the next month. But don't worry, because this is quite normal and everybody knows that you are just there starting out and you have a lot to learn still. So really don't be afraid of asking any questions, and this will be the best time for you as well to ask all the main questions that you should have, especially about what stack you are using at the job, or how can you set up your workspace or anything like that. Most likely all your team will be very happy to help you with these kind of things. So one advice that I really have for you is, before you start asking a lot of questions, just give it a try by yourself. Do research on Google, try your best to go to different resources and give it some time. Give it 1 hour or something before. You really try everything that you can before you go to your managers or senior developers. And then once you approach them, just really give them a lot of options, like, this is what I tried this, I tried that. Give them a list of the things that you try, and this way they will really understand that you are trying to solve the problem and they will be very happy to help you out. So this is really a difficult question, and that's why junior developers hate it, because they don't have enough experience to give an estimate of time of how long a task will take. Let's say, for example, your manager comes to you and will ask you to build a landing page, just a one-page website, but you never built one. You just did some simple projects at home when you were trying to apply for the jobs, and you get there and you don't know how long does it take. Should you say that it's going to take you a week? Should you say that it will take you like 1 hour? You should always take in consideration a lot of different variables that will delay your project. Things like, for example, a colleague will come to you and ask for help, or someone will ask you out and then you need to get out of your table to do something else. There is a lot of different variables that will delay your project. Like I said, for example, imagine if you have done some different projects before and then someone comes to you and says, can you fix that bug from that project first before you do that? All of these things will take in consideration. So don't give like a short estimate of time, and don't worry, when someone is putting you in this kind of position, they are really not the best of your friends as well, because they have to understand, as a junior developer, you can't give really an approximate estimate of time because you still don't have experience for that. So really this is a meeting that junior developers hate, because sometimes you are just stuck in some kind of task in a project, something that you are doing that will take you, like, for example, 1 full day or 2 full days, even 3 full days. Sometimes you are really stuck in something and you can't really progress without the help of someone else. And once you come to these kind of meetings, you will say on the first day, oh, I've been trying to solve this bug, and then in the next day you are going to say the same thing and people will start to question you. You will really see the imposter syndrome kicking in, like, do I even know enough? What am I doing in here? Things like this. But don't worry, this is really the best time for you to really ask some help from your senior developers or managers, and you will see that On the beginning, when you are doing these kind of daily stand-ups, talking about what have you done yesterday and what are you going to do today, you will see that you can't really do a lot of things. You are not so productive as a senior developer or a manager. But don't worry, because this will be different in the future as you gain more experience and you get more practicing solving these kind of challenges and bugs. So this is a really difficult question, mainly because junior developers, they start to stress out, they start to panic because they don't want to let down their team and their manager. But don't worry about this, because this is quite normal. Every day, junior developers, mid developers, or any senior developers, we are asked to do things that we have no idea how to do it. Every day, all of us, we have this kind of challenge. So really, when a manager or a senior developer is asking you to do something that they know that you have any idea how to do it, they are really testing you out. They are really trying to see what kind of developer are you. Are you the kind of the developer that when you face a new challenge, you will go out and you will try to do everything by yourself, do some research, try things out? Or are you this kind of a junior developer that when you are get asked something new, you are just going to run and ask questions like, how can I do this and that and that? So really, what can I advise you in here is, when someone asks you these kind of things, do your own research online, try to do as much as you can by yourself, and if you see that after an hour, after 2 hours that you have been trying by yourself, you can't really have any progress, just ask them for some help. Alright guys, so this is the 5 things that junior developers hate, and I hope this will give you an insight of how is the daily life of a junior developer in a company. So I hope you like this video. If you like it, make sure to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if this is your first video, and I'll see you in the next one.